it hurt?
That is not what my voice sounded like. Hey everybody, I'm Jenna Ortega. We're doing Breakdown with Cosmo. First clip, I'm nervous. I hate watching myself. First shot of me walking in, we shot on reshoots. Half of the scene, it was taken like in October, and the second half of the scene was shot in March.
Phoebe, tell us 3 things about yourself.
Emily's face. I didn't find out that I was gonna be working on this project until the night before. I went for a hair and makeup test, but we did not even know if I was secured for the part. Met the director. They tried this hair test kind of halfway. I think the inspiration was Gwen Stefani No Doubt days. I didn't get the call until maybe like around 7 p.m. that night, and they're like, hey, tomorrow 7 a.m. here's the call sheet, here's the scene you're gonna be shooting. I was incredibly nervous because it was a sequel. All of the other cast members knew each other and they had a relationship, and then I just kind of stuck my foot through the door and I'm like, hey, I'm glad that it's out and I'm glad that people like it. But it also is really weird to see myself and know that I went on that set panicking because I had no idea what I was doing.
Well, I think snakes are the most misunderstood reptiles.
I hate the way I say well because I feel like you could hear the shaking in my voice.
Well, and I'm late.
What are you talking about? You're right on time.
Oh no, Principal Highbridge, my period. I'm 9 days late.
Oh.
And god damn it, I was on the fence about it, but I think I might just keep it now. I just want to scream.
No. You ever hear yourself on a recording? You just think, man, do I really sound like that? That's what acting is, except it's with your face and the way you're speaking and the way you're looking. Like, it's just awful. I didn't know these people and I just had to scream in their face. What a time.
Cannot afford to be predictable. My life depends on that. But love is what kept me open, alive, different.
I remember this day so well because I was so excited. This was my first thing off of Disney Channel, I believe. So I remember being incredibly nervous to work on this project. I remember during the table read for this, Hen putting his script down and looking at me and saying, I am so charmed by you. And that gave me a lot of reassurance going into filming or whatever, because I remember during this little secret table read, I was freaking out. I called my mom and I told her, I think that if I don't do well in this table read, they're gonna fire me. So I remember finally being on set this day, just being so relieved.
Are you like, lady, come on, how many photos does it take? Crazy thing is, she never posts any of them.
Sound like I can't speak, like I need a swallow or something.
So, you have a girlfriend yet?
Oh my god.
How old are you, like 14?
15. Basically 16, so.
You're 15. Pipe down.
Nice to meet you.
Ooh. Manners.
Why did I say that? I don't know. Was that in the script or did I just say ooh? I have never seen this before. I've seen parts of you. If I can avoid myself, I will do so at all costs. With season 2, they never told me anything. I was like the one actor who was left in the dark because other people needed to know where their storylines went for a certain motive. For example, characters like Love, which the way that ended with her, I think it's important that from the beginning she knew what she was getting into and what her character was going to become. But for someone like Ellie, who's just kind of confused and thrown into this world and doesn't really know what's happening, I don't know if it was the writers intentionally held information from me or didn't want me to know certain things for the sake of my performance, or I guess even just setting the tone on set. I have no clue what's happening all the time.
Will it hurt?
That is not what my voice sounded like.
Will it hurt?
A little, probably.
For how long?
A second. Maybe 2.
Hun, come on. It would have been over by now.
Can you count down from 3?
I sound like a baby.
Okay.
I missed a rally that day at school. I don't remember which season this was, but we had been filming Jane for a pretty long time, so I remember being really comfortable with Andrea. I don't think it took me very long to film my scenes. It was very quick, but that is weird. I really miss Jane. I feel like I still look and sound pretty young. I didn't start playing my actual age until Babysitter Killer Queen. I was 11 playing 8. When I say I haven't watched my work, I truly haven't. Like the first project I was ever on, my family was all surrounded by the TV watching what was happening, and I was in my room. And my parents were like, hey, come down, come watch. And I'm like, no, I was there, I know what happens.
Hey,
I'm Jenna Ortega from Stuck in the Middle, and you're watching Disney Channel. Did that really just happen?
The entire cast and I were so looking forward to this day because how could you not? It was harder than I thought it was gonna be. OG Disney, what they would do is they would just kind of freehand it, you know, just kind of guess with the Mickey Mouse ears. But they're a lot more technical about it now. They have a monitor with the Mickey Mouse outline on it. And they have you point your wand and you find a spot where it looks authentic and real, like you would actually start drawing. And then you spend like 10 minutes making marks on the floor so that you could follow it with the wand, so that what you're doing looks right and it looks like you're actually drawing Mickey ears, so people aren't just drawing whatever. But I remember we all would be watching each other and rooting each other on, and when one of our friends, you know, had just had their moment, we'd go over and we would hug them and shout and cheer, and then we'd get back to work. That's, you know, real Disney kid. Oh. They had me practicing for 2 months prior to shooting, I think, for this. Oh, the family is cute. I do miss them a lot. I haven't really seen them since. I didn't do that super complicated stuff. I was doing school. They had a stunt double at the time, who I work with all the time. Her name is Marissa. She's the coolest.
That was incredible. Next time, just warn me so I don't have a heart attack.
This is from our final episode, and we shot it 2 months before we actually wrapped. Because we were like, oh, this is the end, but also not the end, because I'm going to be seeing all of you every day for the next 3 months still. I don't think I reflect on this portion of my life that often, which is crazy considering I think 4 years of my life was dedicated to this show. The beautiful thing about television is you're working so much with these people and you're seeing them every day that they truly do become your family. So I really miss my cast. That kind of made me sad, and I did not think I was gonna react that way. Oh, this was one of the first movies I ever did.
People who've been afflicted by...
Who's the lady?
What lady, honey?
The lady standing behind them.
I still didn't know much about the industry, and because they ended on our family and the demons had come to our house, there was talk that our family was going to be in the next ones, which I thought that was such a crazy thing because I told my mom, I'm like, I know they had me do more sides in the audition, but I didn't know that that had to do with like a possible part. That didn't end up being the case, but I do remember this being maybe a day of shooting. The doll that I'm holding really freaked me out. It kind of looks like Annabelle. I don't know if they did that on purpose. This was my first horror project. I used to be a big scaredy cat growing up, so I didn't see this movie till I was maybe 15. Also, another thing too, they were really secretive about this script. So I didn't read the whole script. I just saw the scene that I was shooting and that was it. So I didn't know the storyline or the plot for anything else. And I hadn't seen the original, of course, because I was little, and also scary movies freaked me out. Thank you guys so much for watching me put up with myself. We're done. We're out of here. Never doing that again. That actually was kind of cool. Awful in the best way. I swear I'm gonna call my mom after this and let her know what I just did, because she will be shocked. There were some sweet moments, and I guess it's nice to look back on, but it also is very cringy and very, why did I say something like that? There are a few parts of what I saw today that I think will keep me up at night.